he's the light. Won't you preach with me? So he's the light. Yeah. Oh, you smile with me. Everybody, just put a smile on. Just a little smile. There we go. And nothing like a smile. Number one, what does the second half of this year look like to you? What does the second half of this year look like to you? I'm not one for New Year's resolutions, but I know that everybody normally at the end of the year say, next year I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, and I want to get this, and I want to have that, and I want to do this. And if you look at it from the spiritual perspective in the way that I teach, I tell you whatever it is that you want to do, start now, do now. Continue. At the end of the day, whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you planned, whatever it is that you were thinking about, how is it looking? And what do you plan on doing about it for the next 6 months? I think the question is very, 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 very important because we sometimes get caught up in life. We get caught up in day-to-day things. We get caught up in what didn't work. And if you know more of what didn't work than what is working, normally, you know what the person did to you more than what the person has done for you. You know what problems people got more than you know of what great things have happened to them because people talk about the negative. What I want you to do is I want you to look, and when you go home, think about it. I want you to say, what am I going to do? I know this happened to me, and that happened to me, and this didn't work out, and then they told me I needed to do this, and they told me I needed to get it surgery, and this was supposed to happen, and that was supposed to happen, and this was supposed to happen. But what do I want? And if I know what I want, and I know that I've been working to get it, do I need to step my game up? And that's the important question. Write that. If you're writing, do I need to step my game up? Will I finish strong? Or will I continue to do what I've always done? Will I blame it on something else? You know, sometimes it just don't work when it didn't happen the way I expected it to happen. Okay, it didn't. Now what? Now what? You know what you need to achieve. You know what you need to get done. You honestly know what it takes for you to get there. Are you willing to take it moment by moment, day by day, sit there and think about it and say, hey, I'm not doing that. I'm not going that way. I'm not making this happen. I'm not allowing this to affect me. I'm going to work on this. And you don't do it in that thing, and you sit there and you say, do it now. You're like, do it now. You mean right now? Do it. Just do it right then, right there. Fix the problem today. And then on Monday, and then on Wednesday, and then on Friday, and then next month, until you make it normal. Make practice normal. Make practice something you just do. You understand what I'm saying? Most people don't get this. The more you practice, the more it becomes natural to you. It becomes a normal thing to you. It becomes regular to you. To just continue to grow from it. And when it becomes normal, you don't have to think about it. And you get good at it because it's something you say and do every single day. And if you consistently do it, sooner or later, you're going to get to the level in which you're looking for. You just have to ask yourself, am I giving enough? Am I doing enough? Am I pushing enough? And some of us pat ourselves on the back for small things and leave it there. No, don't accept. I'm not saying don't pat yourself on the back. I'm saying work harder so that you have more to pat yourself on the back for. Number 2, how do I fight inside? All battles take place in here. So how do I fight inside? I'm going to give you one scripture and talk for about 2 minutes. The Bible says in 2 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, and the 5th verse, casting down arguments and every high thing that exalt itself against the knowledge of God, bringing everything or every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. There's a lot of verses in the Bible. This should wrap it all up. No, like literally, this should wrap it all up. If it don't sound like Christ, if it don't look like Christ, if it's not in the Bible, don't do it. What do I need to look like? Well, let's search the what? Bible. I bring everything in what? Captivity to the obedience of Christ. So therefore, anything that I want to do, if God gives me the green light, good with it. He does not give me the green light, I'm not good with it. Character, good with it. Check. Morals, check. Integrity, check. I'm checking the boxes. That's what you say. I got it every day, in every moment, in every conversation. I need to check the boxes. Figure out, here's something that most people don't figure out how to do. Be quiet. You talk, I talk. You say it, I say it. You tell me I got a problem, I tell you got a problem. You don't like this, well, I don't like that. You can be your boss, child, well, it don't matter the difference. You always got a response. What if you didn't? What if you just stopped? What if you just waited? What if you did? You have to understand this. Because you can't check yourself if you're talking. You can't. You cannot. We just going back and forth. You've never thought about what you said and how you said it and when you said it and where you said it. You never thought about, hey, you know what? This is getting too much for me. No, I need to talk. Wait. Check yourself. You know the old saying, it's really old, I don't even want to say it. But literally, should I let that out my mouth? To the point where you get so good that you control how you say it with your face. Because sometimes you're like, I ain't say it. We saw it. People say that to me all the time. I'm like, I'm working on the face, but I close my mouth, but I'm like, but what I'm trying to get you to grasp is that you'll never have to work on anybody else. You got to work on you. How you affect people, how you affect your job, how you affect what you affect, when you affect it, where you affect it. I have to bring it all into subject. I have to say, hey, you know what? This don't look like God. It's got to go. Don't look like God. Got to go. Look like God. Put it up. That's what we want. We're on the screen. You're on the screen. This is the screen. And the screen is like, that answer ain't going to work. Throw it out. That answer ain't going to work. Throw it out. Say that one. Boom. Now I say it. Now I say it. We just going through them. Nope. Nope. Tell your mom, nope. Kick right. Nope. Don't. That's not good. Okay. Put that one up. Now, how you want to say it? Now, I know that's a lie. But if you practice, like I said the first time, sooner or later it becomes much fluid. It becomes much more fluid and it becomes natural. You ever wonder why some people actually know what to say and how to say it and when to say it? Because they've been practicing that over and over. They didn't come out the womb saying it correctly. They worked on it. And you, being a child of God, should work on it. Number 3, would they recommend you for it? Would they recommend you for it? When you say, what is it? You tell me. Would they recommend you for the things that you have and the things that you're doing right now? You're a boss of a job, would they recommend you to be a boss of a job? Would you being married? I don't think so. Like you understand, you having what you being a musician, would they say, he's really good. I like the way he or she does this. Or was it just you that recommends you? And I don't think you should not recommend you, let me explain. always. But I want you to be smart enough and wise enough to know that you shouldn't recommend yourself for everything. And people ask me like, well, can you? We need somebody to do Portuguese. I can't help you. I can't help you at all. It can be close to Spanish as it wants to be. I can't help you. Don't call me. I can tell you some people, but I can't help you. Whatever I can help you with this. I can help you with that, but I can't help you with this. And if somebody was to recommend me, and somebody recommended me for something that I was not totally sure on, I appreciated their recommendation, but I said no, thank you. Not to bring myself lower, but to actually weigh my information, my knowledge, and to give the best part of me. If I'm going to give the best part of me, I got to be very, real with myself. And some of us are not real with ourselves. We sign up for everything and say we can do everything, and you cannot do everything, and you just say, hey, I can do it, and you just like people, there's a couple of us that, work in business, and some of us, we do HR, blah, 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 blah. Have you ever seen somebody with a resume and you just hired them? Absolutely not. Why? Because what's on their paper doesn't mean that that's exactly who they are. It doesn't mean that they mix. What I'm trying to get you to understand is just because you do a thing doesn't mean you do it well. And the question is, would you recommend you? What you've already done, what you have, what you are, would you recommend you for the goals that you have? Somebody said, well, how can I question? Are you working to the goal? Are you working to the goal in excellence? Are you pushing every day to be? Even with my kids, with all of my kids, there's some of them I'd be like, okay, I see you. And when I don't see them, and I don't see them working, and I'm like, I don't see it, and I don't see you working. I don't front with them. I don't lie to them. I'm not biased with them. I wouldn't sign you up for it. I tell them, and it might hurt their feelings or whatever, but I'm not going to. The world is not a nice place. And I'd rather tell you than somebody else out there tell you, and then you try to figure out why you don't add up, or why somebody thinks you're ugly, or why this doesn't look that way. I'll tell you your outfit don't look right. If it's not, don't look right, don't look right. I want you to be the best person you can be. I want you to achieve the goals you want to achieve. I want you to have what you want to have. The question is being real with yourself. Are you constructive, and do you criticize yourself enough and pay attention and manage yourself enough for the goals and the desires and the things that you want to have? Some of us want to have duplexes, triplexes, apartment buildings, and we want to travel across the world playing and singing and doing this, that. You want to have interior design, you want to have this, that, and that. But are you working to it? With the level of skill that you have, would you recommend yourself just to be an apprentice? An apprentice to being married? Would you honestly recommend yourself to actually be the security of someone else? And I don't mean real security, but I mean like that person loves you enough to take care of you, provide for you, make sure you felt secure. Would you recommend somebody to be a good wife to someone else? Would you recommend somebody to be the CEO of something? Would you recommend somebody to go play for someone else, to sing for someone else? And would you recommend yourself to do any of those things? At this present moment, in this present time, you should think about these things, because if you don't add up to them, you could add up to them if you changed a few things about your life. And those are the keys.